So the reality of it is that many of you in here who were born between 1965 and I'm going to just say 1978. I'm going to say that maybe close to 1980. Would you please stand? You are Generation X. Now stand proud. Woohoo! Yeah! Generation X. I'm glad there's a lot of you in here, but I need you in a little bit. Generation X. I love this generation because you see all the mess ups that we as baby boomers did, they're going to fix them. You see, they have got to deal with the Social Security. They're going to have to deal more with the war. They're going to have to deal with pretty much everything that's going on right now. Don't get stressed, but it's yours. We're sorry. Is that enough? Can we say it again? We're sorry. But the reality of it is that you better fix that global warming. It's up to you. And you better do it fast, from what I read. You gotta do it fast. The slacker generation, right? Okay, you're not slackers. Here's what happened in a nutshell. Baby boomer women, when did you go off to work? Can you remember the year you bought your sensible shoes? You bought your shoulder pads, okay, 2 pair. You put on your suit and you marched out the door and you turned around to those children that were at home and you said, don't you ever open that door for anyone. Get your homework done, and you're the oldest, you make sure that they get all their homework done, and I'll be home about 6, 7, or 8, and I expect this all done, goodbye, and then we would leave. And there they were. There they were, the latchkey kids. That's what we called them back then. Now, what happened with this generation? Well, it's a generation of firsts. This is a generation that had to check on their Halloween candy. Remember that? The neighbor next door could have put razor blades into those milk duds. We are going to sit down and look at everything. Remember, you all remember that, and we would begin to say, yes, yes, oh, I like that. Okay, no. We started checking out your candy. Do you remember that? Okay. This is a first generation that experienced divorce, and also, you know, when I speak up in the Midwest and up in the North, this is the first generation whose parents were laid off. So, yeah. So you began to see this wasn't this happy world anymore. Dad or mom got laid off, and there was a lot of stress going on. This generation wasn't allowed out. We locked you in. Yes, we did. We know. We're sorry. Is this making everybody feel better? This is like a wash. This is a wash right now. We're like, okay, I get it. I start to get it. But this is an interesting thing. This is a generation whose friends really became their family. This is a generation who would make a tape of their favorite songs, and they would call it Karen's Mix. And all of these songs would be on it, and then they would give it to their friends. And then you get these shoe boxes full of tapes. Think about it, you were Napster before it was popular. You were so inventive. If you really think about innovation, this is the generation that really created all of the ideas that are so really important today. This is a generation who valued their friendships, and they have a hard time as managers. Sometimes they have a hard time because they still want to be part of the family, part of the team. They don't really like being sought out. They don't love attention. They saw their parents getting all of that attention. It repulses them. They don't want the attention. This is work-life balance. They saw crumbling families. We're sorry. And they said, I want it different. Now, do you imagine why they want to go home on the weekends? Do you imagine why Friday comes, 4 o'clock, they're out of there, or their child's playing softball? They want to be a part of their kids' lives. Maybe they want to be that missing piece that wasn't in their life. So we have a generation of kids that looked at this and said, I'm going to take another route. I'm not sure about this. They're impatient. If you ask them to come over and help, they don't think you're that smart. Baby boomer parents, they don't think you're the smartest or the sharpest tool in the shed. You say, come help me with the computer, and they get ulcer attacks. I got to go work with my dad today. We're getting him off AOL. This is going to be hard. Dad, you got to get off of AOL. No, never. Yes, Dad. Yes, if there's another world out there. You're laughing, but isn't this what yes. And so you've become the parents to these parents who don't know that you're their parents. It's very interesting.